Hello, how are you doing? Well, like me, you've maybe got some autumn garden cleanup needing done. Maybe like me, you've been procrastinating a little bit. I've just come back from a trip and I just put it to the back of my mind, getting ready for the trip, going away, been away for a few weeks. And I just always thought, well, I'll sort that out when I come back. Well, now I'm back and it's time to get it done. And it can feel a little bit overwhelming, everything that's died back, all the ferns, all needs cut back, all of the summer bedding. I'm going to be working out in the front of the house, all my window boxes, they all need to be stripped out. But yeah, hopefully this will inspire you to, just get out there and get it done. Like I say, it can feel a little bit overwhelming, but my thought process is always, but like the old how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time, literally is one pot at a time. And maybe like me, I don't know how your garden waste gets collected. If it does, ours gets collected, specific dates throughout the year, every couple of weeks, and it's in a couple of days' time that it gets picked up. So I want to take advantage of that, fill up my garden waste wheelie and get it out to get it done. I'm going to be working around the front of the house, all my window boxes. I need to strip them all out, and I've been away picking up some bulbs, so I want to get them in. Not sure if I'll get that done today. Today is more about cleanup. So all of this needs to come out. It's all just died off. Obviously, we've been away for a few weeks, so there's been no watering getting done. But yeah, it's just time to strip all this out and have a good clean up. We update on the new trees. They're all looking good. We're beyond the stage now where we've had to, water like daily, weekly. They're kind of going into their dormant uh, period now. So we're past the growing season. They're all looking pretty healthy. So yeah, just excited to see what they do next summer. So, in a slight switch up for me, what I've decided to do is focus on the front of the house today, because we don't really get much sun round here, a little bit here at this time of year, but it's so nice working out front just now. So I've decided that I'm going to get my bulbs in, but what I don't have here is any kind of bulb fertilizer. All that's in those pots is what's been in all summer, and it will be, the earth in there will be spent because all the summer bedding will have taken all the nutrients. and bulbs are expensive. Spring bulbs can be, and I don't want them to fail because they don't have the right soil or the right nutrients. So I'm going to run down to the garden centre and pick up what I need and then get the bulbs planted today. Okay, here's my strategy with this. So it's not too expensive, but the time I buy a bag of this for every single one of my tubs, it's going to mount up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get enough so that all of the bulbs will be surrounded by the bulb potting compost in the bottom of their pots, so they'll have nutrition. And then I'm just going to put the soil that's already in there on the top part of the pot, and I'll mix just some general feed in with that. I've still got some plant food left over from the summer, so let's see how that goes. But I think that should work, because crucially the bulb itself over the dormancy period until spring is going to be surrounded by bulb planting compost soil. Sounds good to me. Let's see if it works, and we won't really know till spring, I suppose. Oh, it's very easy to get distracted in here just now. Might just take 2 minutes to have a quick wander. Need to get back to the task in hand though. Let's keep all the Christmas content for November. Well, isn't that typical? In the time it took me to go and get the bulb compost and grab a quick bite of lunch, the sun's gone in. Oh well, such is life in the garden at this time of year. Okay, I'm going to try and do this process as efficiently as possible. So I've gathered all the bits. I've got all of the containers, the sort of inners out of my window boxes that I want to fill. These two larger ones are from the containers either side of the front door. And then I've just got some other pots here that I want to add bulbs to. Got my bulb compost in these bags. I've got all the bulbs. I've also got I've also got some scissors, my gloves. I had other ones on and then realised there was a hole in them, so I've got my gloves. I've got just a fork and a trowel. And what I think I'm going to do is, I think this soil that I've picked up at the garden centre is pretty wet. And I don't really want the bulbs to be sitting in sodden compost. So I think what I'm probably going to do is, dig some bulb compost into the bottom of these and then refill them, as I said, refresh the soil on the top. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Just going to see how it goes once I get started. And I've also grabbed one of these trugs so that I can decant the soil into it. I can use that for that. And this is the combination of spring bulbs that I've gone for this year. I've got some daffodils, some kind of traditional colour ones, and then some paler ones. And then I just thought I would go with these lovely pale blues this year. Getting away from the kind of purple and yellow, which is quite a traditional spring combination, but I just really like the look of these pastel blues. Now, these daffodils are a kind of dwarf variety. They're only going to grow to, 25 centimetres, which is fine because in these containers here, you've got to go for short ones. You can't go for the big long ones because they'll just flop over. So I've got the pale ones, and then these are a similar height, and then these are only 15 centimetres, these are only 10, and probably the hyacinths, they go for 25, grow to 25, so similar to the daffodils. So I've got varying amounts of each of these, and yeah, my plan is just to combine them, and it won't be till spring till we see what that's going to look like. Should also say that when I'm planting these kind of bulbs, when you see on the packet, you know, sort of plant 4 inches apart, I think that is really for if you want them to sort of naturalise in the ground, if you're planting them directly into the garden in the soil. But I think when you're planting them in containers, you can really, if you want a really good show and it to look, you know, really, really full, I think you can just cram them in and pretty much plant them as close as you like. And so that's always been my philosophy. So I'm now going to just divide them up between the containers that I've got here, and just make sure that I've got enough of each colour, and just decide what my kind of planting scheme is going to be. So if you've never planted bulbs before, what you want to do is you want to plant them with think of them like a little onion. Like the flat side goes down, the little side with the kind of roots goes down, and the little bit that's possibly sprouting you want to face up the way, because that is where the plant or the flower is going to grow from. And I've just tried to distribute them as evenly as I can, mix the colours and mix the plants in here. Now, I've gone for bulbs that are all really due to flower and come up March to April. You can go with a planting scheme where you might have some that are going to come up, say, in February, and then some come up, you know, March, and then things like tulips will come up right through in April, and then sometimes even into May. But I like to just go for a big bang, big show for my spring, March, April, and get them all flowering together. And now the sky has suddenly got really dark, and I don't know if it's going to rain, but yeah, let's just press on and see how much I can get done here. I'm still working out my soil strategy. I might actually have enough bulb compost to do the whole thing. I'm trying to decide, is it too wet, is it too dry? I don't know, I just make it up as I go along, so let's just see what I end up with. Oh, that feels so good to get all that done, and I think I'm officially being stopped by the light now. It's what, 4:30, 4:40, and yeah, it's starting to get dark. The lamps are coming on in the house, so but it does feel really good just to get that job done, because it was one of those things that was kind of bugging me, that, you know, the plants are all looking dead out the front of the house, and still have some more bulbs to go in, but yeah, the light's beaten me today, so I think I am going to call it a day for today. Let's just have a quick look at what I've managed to get done. So these window boxes all cleaned up, all the dead planting out, and all the bulbs planted inside all cleaned up, and then these planters at the side of the door. I'll have some sort of Christmas display going on here, probably, you know, I've got about a month until I do that, so I've not got any autumn planting going on this year, just for that reason. We weren't here in October, and beginning of December I'll be putting something Christmassy here. I'm still working on that, planning what to put, but yeah, it's just looking so much better, so much neater, all cleaned out, and yeah, let's wait and see what spring brings. So much more coming on the channel for November. We're going to be going full tilt into the Christmas content. Lots and lots of gift ideas, Christmas decorating, shopping, you know, for the best Christmas decor, gifts, all of that good stuff coming in November. Loads still to do, loads of cleanup still to do in the garden, but I'll get there. I'm not worried about it. It'll get done, or it won't. And if it doesn't get done, then it'll get done in the spring. So yeah, please do hit subscribe, like, follow, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.